I know, I'm supposed to be talking about Spider-Man Far From Home and San Diego Comic-Con and the Phase 4 lineup, and OMG, there's just so much to talk about in the Marvel space right now, but I want to talk about this scene from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse that will always be relevant in my eyes because it is so damn beautiful.
Yeah.
You look tired, Peter.
Well, I am tired.
Hi, I'm Brennan Beckwith, and this is another marvelous scene. I've already made a video about Peter Parker and loss. Maybe I should have talked about this Peter Parker a little bit more in that video. He's experienced a lot of loss and trauma, specifically the loss of the most important person in his life, Aunt May. More important than Mary Jane or arguably Uncle Ben. She was his guiding force, his mother figure, his best friend. She was always there when he came home beaten up or scared, and it's even insinuated that this Aunt May helped Peter even more than we know. Aunt May is the person Peter could always come to until she died. This Peter lost Aunt May, the only Peter in the entire Spider-Man film genre to have lost her. And when Spider-Verse introduces this Peter, they actually skipped over it.
15 years passed, blah, 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 super burn. I broke my back, a drone flew into my face. I buried Aunt May, my wife and I split up. But I handled it like a champion.
Buried Aunt May seemed like just another thing in a long list of things that happened in his story. But they brushed over it, maybe to save some time, maybe to focus more on the Mary Jane divorce, but more so for this moment.
No more fans today, please.
I'm not ready for this.
This moment in which Peter Parker, from an alternate dimension, needs to seek out the help of someone else's Aunt May, but it's the closest thing he will ever get to seeing her again. Just imagine what Peter is going through in this scene. From the moment he suggested going to see her to the moment she opened the door, he was remembering his own Aunt May. How she raised him and helped him, how he always wished he could go back to her and ask her for help just one more time. I bet when he lost his Aunt May, his only wish in the whole world was to go back to her house and get her help. When he divorced Mary Jane, I bet he wanted to come home to her, and now, in this moment, he has that chance to come home to Aunt May and get her help. Aunt May is the first person Peter actually asks for help from in this movie. Everyone else he meets, he tries to ditch or do it himself, but it's his idea to go to Aunt May. He didn't want help from anyone else except her.
We should probably go.
Peter, we're literally on the doorstep.
Bad idea, this is a bad idea.
I think we forget that Peter has a spider sense, which means he has an intense fight or flight reaction to anything that could be dangerous or uncomfortable. So of course his first instinct is to leave. The moment he sees her though, he says his heart-wrenching line,
I'm not ready for this.
I'm not ready for this. All of his defenses go down immediately. The whole movie up to this point, Peter has been lying about his feelings. He's pretended he's strong enough and smart enough and fully capable of every obstacle in his way. Even when it's obvious that he's not okay, he lies to Miles and Gwen and even Octavius, but in this moment, he's honest for the first time. He can't lie to Aunt May. He can't even put up a front. And he's not ready for this. He's not ready to see Aunt May again. He knows he's not in a good place. He knows he's not happy or strong or capable, and he doesn't want Aunt May to see that. He also knows he's not emotionally ready to see her because he lost her. He buried her. Peter thought he would never see her or talk to her again. So how could he be ready to see her? To face her in all his pain and all his failure and all his shame? The one person he's loved and cared for his whole life. The person who raised him and knows him better than anyone else, the one who took him in, the one he trusted and who trusted him, and by all rights, he shouldn't even have this chance to see her. No one would be ready for that, but especially not him. And then, even though he's not ready, she comes to him anyway, because that's what Aunt May does. She sees him.
Peter?
Hey, Aunt May.
And she has this moment too, because Aunt May lost Peter too. In this universe, Aunt May lost her Peter, and in his universe, Peter lost his Aunt May. So they are both feeling this incredible pain that only they can feel together. They are both looking at the person they love most in the world that they lost forever. And she says,
You look tired, Peter.
Well, I am tired.
You look tired, Peter. She sees him. Even alternate dimension May sees right through him. She says tired. Tired is the best thing she could have said because it shows that she can see everything he's been through. He's not just sad or fat or lonely or dirty or broken down. He's tired. Everyone else that he meets before this never said anything like that. They never even noticed. But Aunt May did, right away. Imagine this for a moment. She just lost her son. I know Peter is her nephew, but for all intensive purposes, he is her son. And now, an alternate version of her son comes right to her door, and she sees what years and years of being Spider-Man has done to him. Can you imagine that pain? Seeing that everything you watch your son go through, and then losing him, and then seeing what he could have been, and that future, what her son could have been, isn't strong or successful or happy, he's just tired. How heartbreaking is that? Every version of Aunt May is always worried about what being Spider-Man will do to Peter in the long run, but this version of Aunt May gets to see it for a fact, and the effect that being Spider-Man has on Peter is not good.
Well, I am tired.
Peter doesn't even try to play it off or joke or lie. He admits it to her. He admits for the first time in this entire movie that he's tired. That's the incredibly emotional stakes behind these few lines in this tiny scene. And that is so fucking beautiful. This moment doesn't last for long because the movie has to keep moving forward, and an animated movie about Spider-Man was about to get way too emotionally draining, so they jump right into a fat joke, which is also valuable because that's what a mother figure does. They immediately point out your flaws upon your arrival.
We should probably go.
Peter, we're literally on the doorstep.
Bad idea, this is a bad idea.
You guys are all very sweet, but no more fans today, please.
I'm not ready for this.
Peter?
Hey, Aunt May. So this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm pretty sure that I'm from
An alternate dimension.
Yeah.
You look tired, Peter.
Well, I am tired.
And older. And thicker.
Yeah, I've heard that already.
Oh, geez, are those sweatpants?
Yep, it's what they are.
I was there.
This scene is my favorite moment in Peter B. Parker's story. That's what I love about Spider-Man. There is just so much story to tell for him. I love this version of Peter Parker, and I'm intrigued to see what they do with him in the future Spider-Verse movies. I'm also so excited about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Far From Home was amazing, and I want to make 1,000 videos about it. And about Phase 4, and Comic-Con, and Star Wars, because I went to Galaxy's Edge. I want to make videos about all of it, but listen, it's hard to make YouTube videos. Like, really hard, and I'm doing my best here. So help me out. Click subscribe, share me on your social media, and follow me on mine. I'm at Brennan Beckwith everywhere. Other than that, with great power comes...
Great dare finish that sentence. Don't do it. I'm sick of it.